Welcome back to Cheatham Street Relics. So I did a video recently showing you guys the 76 Dodge Tradesman van that I had back in high school. Just a crazy vehicle that we came up with for a couple $100. And I told you in that video that I traded that van in. A good friend of mine, his father had a landscaping business, and I did some trading with his dad. And what we wound up with was, and again, this is not the exact vehicle. Uh, Back in the 90s, everybody didn't have a phone or camera in their pocket, so we didn't take as many photos. So I don't have actual photos of a lot of these vehicles that I had growing up, but this is very, very similar uh, to the car that we traded the van for. And what it was an early 80s model Chevrolet Chevette. Uh, Actually, just a fun little car. Seems like this one was a manual 4 speed, I believe it was. Um, and this particular car, it was actually a little bit nicer than the one you're looking at. It had They had taken and put in like the full moon chrome hubcaps on. I think they were off of like an Opel GT or something. And it had the back hatch. These cars were hatchback. The hatchback, of course, lifted up, and it had a big back window. Well, this car had louvers. I don't know if I can't remember if they were plastic or metal, but it had black louvers over the back glass of it. So that was kind of a cool little customization that people did to cars back in the day, cars and trucks. They put louvers on the back glass. I don't even know if they still sell those or not for vehicles, but it was a cool little car, fun to drive. I mean, gosh, that little thing, you could park it anywhere, and it was just so agile. You could zip around in that little thing. Uh, Again, it was just like you see here. It was a little two door, but like I said, it had the chrome full moon hubcaps. I think, like I said, I think they were off of an Opel GT. So they look really cool on there. And then it had the louvers on the back glass. Again, not one of the coolest cars around, but it was fun to drive. Like I said, you could zip around in it and park it just anywhere. Just a little tiny Chevrolet Chevette. And I want to say it was an 81 or 82 model. It wasn't very, it was early 80s model. And like you see here, it was white. It was the two door version. Of course, they made them in 4 door and 2 door hatchbacks. Uh, Again, guys, just a fun little car. And this is the car that I came up with that we traded the old Dodge van for. And I didn't have this car very long at all. Um, Memory serves me right. Something happened to it, and it got to where you couldn't drive it over like 45 miles an hour. It wouldn't go any faster. Uh, we never did we never did mess with it. We never did diagnose it or anything. I put it up for sale, and somebody bought it. I don't even know what ever become of the little car, but uh, I had it. I don't know, 6 months or a year or something like that, and I enjoyed it. It was fun little car to drive. Like I said, zipping around town in it, and it was so small you could whip it in and park it just anywhere. I remember taking it to the county fair one year, and they would park out. The parking was like out in a muddy field or something, and that was fun. Just taking that car out to that little muddy field and parking it out there. But just a fun little car, and I didn't have it long. You know, it got to where it just you couldn't go over 45 miles an hour. It just you could hold the pedal to the floor, and that was all she had. But otherwise, it was a fun car to drive. So, all right, guys, just another little story of a vehicle from my past. All right, guys, catch you on the next one.